Hey everyone, Anthony Partu from Cambrionix here, and it's demo time again. Today I'm excited to introduce another smart addition to Cambrionix Connect, Power Delivery Profiles. This powerful feature gives you complete control over how much power each connected device receives, allowing you to optimize charging speeds, protect sensitive hardware, and manage your hub's overall power distribution more efficiently. And here's the best part. Power delivery profiles are exclusively available when using our newest hub, the ThunderSync 5 C16 PD, giving you access to the most advanced USB-C power control we've ever built. The benefits? Well, you can reduce heat, extend device battery life, and even prioritize critical devices when under heavy load, all while maintaining full visibility of what's happening on every port. Let's take a closer look at how power delivery profiles work. So I'm here on my main Cambrionix Connect dashboard, and I'll just come over here to the hub section and click on my ThunderSync 5 C16 PD. Right now you can see I've got no devices attached, so all ports are showing as detached. And I just want to draw your attention here for a moment to these widgets on every port, which are actually indicating the live current draw and the power delivery configuration. Up here we've got another widget which is showing you the full power consumption across the entire hub as well, which is currently at 0 because there are no devices attached. So I'll go ahead and select all ports because this allows me to change the configuration across all 16 at once. And I'll go and put that all the way down to a 15 watt configuration. And if you keep an eye on the widgets, you'll notice now that the blue bars have moved down slightly to the left, which is showing a maximum of 15 watts per port. And just to prove the point, I'll come back in here and dial this down to 4.5 watts, which is the lowest power output we can provide to devices, and is actually a trickle charge mode, which we'll be taking a look at first. So I'm just going to grab an iPad, and I'll go ahead and plug that into port 1. There we go, so my iPad's showing there on port 1, and if you take a look at the widget, you'll see that we're using 4.4, 4.5 watts, which means it's respecting the configuration we've set. Now next I want to show you what happens if we select a slightly different profile. So let's select our port, drop down the actions menu and head back in to set power delivery limit. And I'm going to go with a full 60 watt configuration here, so I'm allowing this port to deliver up to 60 watts. And we'll very quickly see that my iPad starts to consume a much larger amount of power. So we're at 20 watts, and in a second it will draw up to 35 watts. But you'll notice it doesn't go further beyond that. So even though we've set a 60 watt power delivery limit on this port, the device itself is showing us here that it cannot draw more than 35 watts. So just keep in mind that whilst you can configure up to 60 watts on a port, some devices will have a limit that's beneath that. And with that in mind, I'll go ahead and unplug my iPad now. And next I want to show you what happens when you attach another device that's a little bit more power hungry, like a MacBook Air. And when I go ahead and plug that in, we'll immediately see it's drawing much more power than the iPad was. Currently we're in the 40s, and in a moment it will be in the high 50s, nearly 60 watts. Now this is great in this setup where I've only got one MacBook attached. But if I was connecting a bunch of these devices, I'd want to restrict the amount of power to any one device so that I can ration it across more ports. For example, if I head back into the port power limit menu and dial this down to 36 watts, I can get about 9 of these plugged in and charging, or even more with a smaller profile configured. And while there isn't a hard and fast rule for which profile is best for which device type, it is important to understand which devices require more power and select your profile according to the type of devices you're using and the number of devices you need to attach at any given time. And there you have it, power delivery profiles using ThunderSync 5 C16 and Cambrionix Connect.